Mommy, you can start talking, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I hope you can hear me because I lost my voice. Also on transit. You can see I'm traveling from Jos to Abuja. I've tried to see if I could, if I can reach home before.
Oh, you're muted, ma. You're muted, ma. Okay, you're muted now. But we can still hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. So unfortunately, on transit, I hope the network doesn't fluctuate. But it's a great privilege for me to be with you on this forum this afternoon. It reminds me of my days as a student, and people are in a digitized world, and they are always eager to reach out to our senior colleagues so that you can also learn from the little that we have from our experiences. You've asked me to speak about the role of veterinarians, right? Roles.
Yes,
ma'am. Yes, the roles and provisions for veterinarians in Nigeria. I hope you can hear me. Sorry, my voice.
No problem. We can hear you, mommy.
All right, then. Thank you. As veterinarians, I think if we say the role of veterinarians and the provisions for veterinarians in Nigeria, I'm sure even you, the anchor of this program, you can tell us more than 20 roles that a veterinarian can play in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We are so diversified in our training that we can actually fit into anywhere we find ourselves. I've seen veterinarians in so many spheres of life. Like now, I'm sure. Unfortunately, I wanted to talk to you when I'm in my police uniform, so that I can show one of the roles we can play as veterinarians in the security agencies. And it's not only me, there are other vets in other security agencies. First and foremost, I want us to look at, when you say roles, what do you mean by what is role? When we say role, that means the function that somebody assumes or you play, but in a particular situation. That's what function can you perform, or what role can you play in any given situation. I think that is what we mean by role and veterinarian. So what we are saying is, what can vets play, or what role can we play in Nigeria? There are so many, because we have to know who is the veterinarian even. We're not talking about works, I'm sure. We're talking about real veterinarians. So a veterinarian is somebody that has gotten the veterinary training, is also registered, first and foremost, because it's very important, registration, that you have been registered by the Veterinary Council of Nigeria. So that's who a vet is. So this person that's registered, a qualified veterinarian, and registered by the Veterinary Council of Nigeria, what role can he play in Nigeria? What are his functions? What role can he play? What are the functions? What are the things he can? Where can he fit in the Nigerian economy today? By virtue of our training, for me, I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of ABU students here, right? The training that a veterinarian gets makes you very competent to fit into anywhere you find yourselves. First and foremost, I remember as vets, in those days I used to have a roommate, who was a social scientist or social science student. And in the morning by 7 o'clock, I have lectures at 7. So what it means is that I have to leave my room by 6:30 to walk to Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, which takes me about 10 to 15 minutes walk from my hostel to be in class by 7 o'clock. I will leave her deeply sleeping. I will go, sometimes I have a wet lapse, and I come back late at night, and she's still sleeping or she has gone out. So what does it tell us? First and foremost, a veterinarian is an effective kind manager that we can fit in, we can wake up at any time and we can play any role we are given. When I became a police officer, it became much easier for me because as a policeman, please can you hold on? Femi.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you please just hold on 5 minutes? I need to say bye to collect my vehicle because I have a vehicle that has broken down.
All right,
Just a
very
second.
well, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Very well, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, as we can see, she's a very busy person, and this is so much of a sacrifice on. We really appreciate the fact that even despite the tight schedule, despite the fact that she's on the move, she's still taking time to. She's still taking the time to attend to us. Pending the time that she will be back, I would like to hand over to Dr. Femi Kayode in Lagos to give us a very, very brief address while we wait for our mommy.
Okay, well, thank you, Dauda. I'm equally a vet, but I'm closer to you guys. Uh, I think I finished from ABUTU like 12 years ago. But uh, I've worked with AIG for a while now. I think I'm one of the one. I'm a boy, if you like me to put it that way. And there are a couple of things I've picked working with her, which I well, she might really not share those ideals, but those are some of the things I've picked up. She only works with competence. So I'm not from her state, right? I'm not from her religion, right? And there are quite a handful of things that, in code, pulls Nigeria apart. And she picked me out, and we've been working together from when the new council boards were elected. So one of the things I know she focuses on is competence. You can't beat competence. So again, if you meet somebody like AIG who has achieved so much, now when you hear MPOM, it means the nation awarded her for her productivity, right? Dangote was in that set. So there were notable Nigerians that were awarded at the same time with her. She worked at Aso Rock for maybe 6 years plus. People who get to that position put competence and value delivery as a priority. And usually that's one of the things I try to focus. Oh, she's back. Fantastic. Madam President.
Yes, Femi, thank you very much. You are giving the wrong information. I heard you. You said I've been in Asoro for how many years?
Mama, I said let them hear from you directly, ma.
Oh, mommy, you can
Okay,
continue.
thank you very much. Let me go. Yes.
Go
Yeah, you
ahead,
can
ma.
Hello.
continue, mommy.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, as I said, I'm on my way from Jos to Abuja, and we had a vehicle that's broken down. My escort vehicle broke down, so we had to grab the vehicle of an area commander in that area so that we can move and leave the broken down vehicle on the road for them to the station. So that's why we've been tackling. I really wanted to do this lecture or internal when I'm in my office, a veterinarian in the police, but unfortunately I'm on transit. But no problem. So as I was saying before the interruption, as a veterinarian, by virtue of our training, we can fit in anywhere. I didn't want to make it like a lecture that I'm going to be sharing, or that I'm going to be sharing my screen with you, because I didn't prepare any lecture. All I want is for us to have an interaction so that I can share my experience with you from myself, my own perspective, to other veterinarians that are in different fields of life that have also excelled in Nigeria, being veterinarians and also venturing into other aspects. Now, we can look at a veterinarian in the animal production industry. Yesterday was it day before yesterday? It was a historic day. We celebrated Dr. Agbato. And Dr. Agbato, I'm sure most of you know Dr. Agbato. As we were growing up, we knew him. He has contributed a lot. This is one veterinarian that has played a very vital role in the animal production industry. He has the Animal Care Limited, which has excelled in terms of production of drugs, animal feeds, and so forth and so forth. In fact, he's one of the leading companies or owners of companies of veterinarians in the private practice that has played the role so perfectly in animal production. That is just one. Apart from him, I know a lot of you know Dr. Alaska, you know Dr. Yila, so many of them. So today I just want us to look at veterinarians in different roles. The veterinarians performing different functions and excelling, because you are young, upcoming veterinarians. Tomorrow you are going to be our professional colleagues. Gone are the days whereby, in our days, a lot of us were thinking once you graduate, that's some years back, the only place you can go is to work in government. But I can tell you, Femi is a young veterinarian, he's my son also, and he's doing very well. Femi was given government job, I know that one for sure. Kogi State government gave him government job, and he said no, he doesn't want to work in government. If I thought like him, maybe I would have been somewhere like or close to following in their steps. But I am okay being a policeman, a policewoman. But Femi is doing very well. So also other veterinarians. I want all of you to have a mindset that being veterinarians, you are already self-employed. You can never be looking for a job as a vet. Already being a vet, you are fully equipped to stand on your feet and function very, very well, because there are a lot of people that have excelled, being private practitioners, contributing a lot in the animal production industry. When we look at in research, some of veterinarians, some of our colleagues, both senior, our contemporaries, and our juniors, a lot of them have also ventured into research. We know we have people like Professor Tomori, who is a world-renowned virologist. It's not just in Nigeria, and some other host of veterinarians that are all over the world, spread both within and outside this country, that are also playing very vital roles as researchers. So we also look at veterinarians in education. There are a lot of professors, a lot of. By the way, let me tell you, I don't know whether Femi, while reading my very small biography, he has told you I'm also a visiting lecturer. For those that are in ABU, they know that I am also a visiting lecturer. I do lecture, I do supervise postgraduate students at the moment. So you can also play another role in educational sector. It doesn't have to be in the faculty of veterinary medicine, in the sciences. For you to read veterinary medicine, it means that you must have excelled in physics, chemistry, biochemistry, and also others. So in the education sector, the veterinarians play a very, very vital role. Sorry. Then when we look at government and politics, in government, for those of us that are in government, not really, it doesn't have to be in the security agencies. In other government agencies, in ministries, veterinarians are playing very vital roles. Like in Federal Ministry of Agriculture, we have a lot of veterinarians. In education, in defense, in the police, and a lot of others. In politics, now we have a sitting senator who is also the deputy chief whip in the House, Dr. Sabi. He was a year ahead of me in the university, and he's doing very well in politics. You can finish and join politics. You don't have to practice veterinary medicine. And I can tell you, in the Senate today, there is no way you can take very serious decision without the types of Professor Dr. Sabi. At one point, the last Senate, he was the spokesperson of the Senate. So you can see, as a veterinarian, he was also a spokesperson for the veterinarian. You don't have to read journalism, or you don't have to read communication or whatever. He is a veterinarian, but he also played a very vital role in politics and even in the House itself. The other when you look at vets in wildlife conservation, now that's where I want to talk a little bit. In Nigeria, the wildlife conservation sector, in fact, I want to challenge a lot of you to venture into wildlife conservation. I have a friend who used to tell me, and my mentor actually, Dr. Kobus, is the person that taught me wildlife. You know, I do a lot of wildlife capture. If you're interested, you can come, I can mentor you. And so Dr. Kobus is a South African vet, a wildlife veterinarian, who has achieved so much internationally. He trained people around the globe. And he told me, Aisha, oil, and I know you know that, we can wake up tomorrow and they tell us oil has finished in this country, but our wildlife population cannot finish if we conserve it very well. No, it's not any European, any white man that can come from his country to come to Africa to see beautiful buildings. Because we don't even have the beautiful buildings that are better than the ones you find in America, the ones you find in Europe. A white man can take his life saving, can save his life saving just for him to come to Africa and see the lion in its natural environment, to see the elephant in its natural environment, not in the zoo setting, to see the antelopes jumping around, to see the wildebeests, to see the roan antelope. They can pay anything. So what does it mean for a wildlife, especially in South Africa? In South Africa, the veterinarians, the wildlife veterinarians have excelled so much that, in fact, a call out, I remember for Dr. Kobus, if you say you want to call him out to come and treat maybe your rhino in your farm, you need to put $1,000 on the table for him. That is his call out fee. So what we are saying is that there's so much huge opportunity wildlife wildlife industry that we have left untouched. And we have finished eating the wildlife in our villages. In fact, like now, I travel from Gombe to Plateau State, pass through Nasarawa before I go. I'm now approaching FCT. I've lost one antelope crossing the road, eating our wildlife, most of them. And we are not doing, as veterinarians, we are not doing anything to conserve wildlife. And there's so much huge resources. For me now, as a wildlife vet, I'm telling you, if anybody calls me out, I do a lot of wildlife chemical immobilization and translocation. I've done it a couple of times, but now I'm getting a little bit old, and I think I need a lot of you to come and take over from me. I've trained some few of them, but it involves a lot of training. If anybody wants me to, let's say, capture a zebra, for instance, a pair of zebra, to translocate from some wildlife park, maybe to Lagos, I can give him a bill of 3 million, 3.5 million, and I'm telling you, they will pay me. Before you treat a dog, pay me, I'm sure. How much do you pay for vaccination or treatment of a dog? 10,000, 15,000. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I have people lined up that have been begging me to go to the field and help them capture some zebras from Sumu, some water bucks, some wildebeests, and also giraffe, because nobody can do it. And I give them any bill and they will have to pay. So there's so much opportunity, so much role for us to play in the wildlife conservation industry that we have left untapped. You are young veterinarians coming up. I want to challenge you today that you need to focus more on our wildlife conservation to make sure that we conserve, because if you go to South Africa, the money, Kenya, the money they are making, today the government is making billions of dollars from tourism, wildlife tourism. People just come and go for safaris, they spend money in dollars and they bring into their countries. And for us, we are finished. You go to Yankari today, I think in the whole of Nigeria, it is only in Yankari that you have the last surviving population of the elephants in Yankari. I don't think they are up to 150. As of 2-3 years ago, we were counting, we did a head count when we did elephant cornering in Yankari. We are talking about less than 150. And now I can tell you we have less than 100 elephants in Yankari. We have lost most of them to poachers. They are poaching our elephant for tusk, and it's by the Chinese. And the veterinarians, we are not saying anything because we have left conservation completely. It is a field that we are not venturing into, and it has a lot of potential. It has a lot of resources that is being untapped. So as you are giving me this opportunity today, one of the challenges I'm going to throw to you today is to venture into wildlife medicine. Very soon I'm also going. I did one. I used to run training programs. Even now I'm running a postgraduate training program in ABU. But we are going to be running some other programs also soon when I have time. It's been a bit busy for me recently. Before I leave, I'm not going to talk much because I am going to go into a place where maybe the network is going to be a bit bumpy. But I must commend all of you today, the young veterinarians, most especially today. Honestly, you have done very well by trying to liaise, as I said, to talk to your elders, to talk to your senior colleagues, so that you can learn from us. Today's one is a bumpy one. I am promising you that next time, anytime you want me to talk, I'm ready to have a one-on-one again with you on some other issues, mentoring you on how you are going to prepare yourselves for the field. Whatever you learn in the veterinary school, I'm telling you, the most important thing is to hear it from those people that have been on the field for 10, 20, 50. Even Femi has been there on the field for 30 years. 30 years is not a small job. It's not a small job. I am sure if he shares his experience with you, you will learn a lot. But before I leave you, I want to draw your attention to something very important. In life, every day I speak with young veterinarians, I always remind them the importance of taking time, taking life one at a time. There is no short in life, please. Everybody is on the fast lane. Each and every one of us that you have seen today and where we are today, as you see me as an Assistant Inspector General of Police, I started from somewhere. And each stage of life, there is an experience to learn from it that will benefit you in the next stage that you are going to go into. But if you say that you are going to jump from one stage to the highest, I'm telling you, you are going to crash land. Every stage of life is meant for an experience. It's meant for you to learn something from it. But when you graduate, you come out and you see Dr. Femi is driving a Mercedes Benz, and you say today, before the end of service, you must get money to buy Mercedes Benz. I'm going to run into problem. If you see Dr. Bala being in private practice, he has achieved a lot. You said within 1 year you want to be where Dr. Bala or Gary or whosoever or Trinidad is. You are going to be there within a year or two. You are going to crash land. Life is one step at a time. There is no shortcut. That is always what I tell young veterinarians. Try to learn. There is time for learning. There is time for enjoyment in life. When you learn, you build your competency. In fact, it makes you build a name and a reputation for yourself. But when you don't learn and you want to be somewhere where you have not reached, you are just exposing yourself to unnecessary dangers. And you can never grow. I'm telling you, you can never achieve what you want to achieve as long as you are not ready to learn from your seniors, to learn from life itself. Then you see that at the time you reach certain level, it will be so glaring that you did not take time to learn each and every stage of your life. But this initiative that you have taken to invite me to speak with you this afternoon shows that you are ready to learn. It shows that you are ready to build yourself. It shows that you are ready to fit into all the various roles and functions that you find yourself and in life, later in life, and you are ready to fit in and make all the difference that it takes. By me being an Assistant Inspector General of Police today, it is a culmination of so many years of building myself over years. I didn't wake up one morning and just found myself to be an Assistant Inspector General of Police. It took time. I joined as an Assistant Superintendent of Police. What an Assistant Superintendent of Police means that I just had 2 stars on my shoulders. From 2 stars, I go to 3, which is a Deputy Superintendent of Police. From Deputy Superintendent of Police to a Superintendent of Police, to Chief Superintendent of Police, to an Assistant Commissioner of Police, a Deputy Commissioner of Police, to a Commissioner of Police, and today Assistant Inspector General of Police. So I'm sure if you are counting with me, it is a lot of steps. And in each steps, I spend a certain number of years getting all the necessary experiences that will prepare me to the next rank. So please, take it easy. Take life easy, one step at a time, and do not get yourself involved. Because, see, once you want to be fast in life, the tendency is that you end up falling into the wrong steps. Because for us veterinarians, I'm sure last time you also a caption on a newspaper where they said 2 veterinarians were arrested. They were working with some armed robbers, supplying them with this and that. Well, we have not confirmed yet from our records. We did not find their name in the veterinary register at the council. But I can tell you it is possible. I've seen human medics. I've seen a human medic. There was an armed robber, or there is an armed robber. He's in prison now. Why? Because he was too fast. He wanted to make fast money.
Oh, something probably
Yes,
went
she's
wrong
having some small challenge with her network.
with her network.
Let me just give her another 30 seconds to see how she can reconnect back.
Okay, thank you. So pending the time, for those that didn't know Dr. Femi. Okay, we have her back. Oh no. That must be network.
So I don't know what direction we want to take because I saw on the agenda question and answer. Okay, she's back.
Yep. Mommy, you're mute. Like you should just unmute yourself, ma. Okay. Oh no. You've been muted again. Okay, let me do it from here. Okay. Yeah, we can hear you now, ma.
Okay, I think I'm muted. Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes.
So as I was saying, please, whenever you need someone, a mother to talk to, please talk to me. I will be very glad to talk to you, to counsel you, to mentor you, and to be able to advise you and share in the little experience that I have. I graduated 1994. 1994 to date is almost 26 years. So 26 years of experience is not small. But as I said, I can see that you are very good children, that you really, really want to learn from experience. You really want to share from our own experiences. I know that Professor Moronike, who is another mother, is going to talk to you too. Is it tomorrow or next? I'm sure she's going to talk to you about a lot of things. But my own, I've told Femi that I'm not going to prepare any paper. And I'm just going to share some experience, some words of wisdom. I'm going to give you a motherly talk so that each time you remember them and you want to take a leap, you know that mommy has said there is no shortcut to life. That you need to take one step at a time. So I wish you all the best so that I don't get caught up on the road again. I wish you all the best. And I
Thank
also
you
want
very
to
much, mommy.
assure you that I am very proud of your initiative. I'm very proud of all of you, that I'm here at any time that you need my counsel, that you need me to talk to you again, or you need me to talk to you on something that you need me to prepare a paper that I can share my screen. I'll be happy to do that because I know that you are on the right course. I wish you all the best. I know it's going to be about 3 or 4 days of interactive session with different people. As an opening today, I want to say that I'm very, very proud of you and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very, very much, mommy. We are very, very happy to have you. Mommy, before you go, just 2 things, ma. Just as you have said now, young vets should consider going to conservation and wildlife medicine. On behalf of the OC team, I'm pre-informing you that we are going to invite you one more time to give us a lecture specifically on conservation and wildlife medicine. Possibly an inspirational talk for us to, get really moved, really geared towards that direction. Thank you very much, Ma. The second thing before you leave, mommy, for the foreigners amongst us, Dr. AISHATU BAJU is a queen mother. She's the Assistant Inspector General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Assistant Inspector General for the Nigerian Police Force. That is the police force for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and she is the president of the Veterinary Council of Nigeria. You see, that's just too much for us today. We have a very, very big catch today, and she's a very, very nice mother. As you can see, she's asking us to come to her even after now that she would entertain us. Thank you very much, mommy. So the second thing I would like to ask you of, sorry, at this point, my name is Dauda Onawala from Usman Danfodi University, Sokoto. The second thing, mommy, up until now, internship is still kind of optional for vet graduates in Nigeria. I don't know
What
if
is that internship?
yes, internship, ma.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's possible for the VCN to help us see to it that we have, if not a compulsory internship study, but a backing for the optional one that we are doing, so that we'll be getting probably the right enumeration and all of that. And if possible, we'll be glad to have an internship system like our medical counterparts. It's not, I know it's within your power, ma, to do that as well. But if optional internship is still what we can obtain, but with support from the Veterinary Council of Nigeria, Mommy will be very glad to be having that, because what we have observed from the lecture so far is that we have many young veterinarians now that are willing to be entrepreneurs, that are willing to go into other areas outside the traditional, the native veterinary training. They are willing to impact lives through various other fields. And just like I said before you came, Mommy, if you're a vet, you also said it, you're already self-employed. There is no limit to what you can do in this world. You can invade the human medicine, the human medical practice, and make impact. We have a lot of Nigerian veterinarians that are doing that already. And that is why we would just love if you could help us see to the issue of internship for veterinary students. It will help us gain not only more practical skills, we can do it with, for example, Dr. Femi, that is in information technology now. For those that don't know Dr. Femi, if you've heard of Vet Arc, if you've heard of Marmalat, he's the one behind all of that. Like in modern time, we will say computer guru, but he's beyond computer guru actually. He's a very good programmer, and he's also a vet. So you can see there are many areas that we
Sure.
want to go.
This issue of internship, we are working on it. You know, we are in the process of reviewing the Veterinary Surgeons Act. That we are thinking about, because it's not in the law, but we are trying to see how we can get it into the Veterinary Surgeons Act. So the bill is make.
Mommy, you are muted, ma.
Sorry,
Okay.
yes. Before we do that, there's make sure that we put in place. A lot of our veterinary clinics out there, we are having issues. We want to make sure that we work with state governors to ensure that all our veterinary clinics at the state level are being reactivated. And we are also in the process, although we have gotten approval, but funding is also another thing that we are working on to get the National Veterinary Center that we are going to have in Abuja. But I can assure you it's also of concern, because first and foremost, this council, I'm sure, as you said earlier on, is a council that listens. It's a council that works with the veterinary community. We want to hear the yearnings. I'm sure that if you are able to, when we came on board, we launched what we call the opinion poll for veterinarians, where we ask veterinarians to go online on our Google forms to fill in, to give our opinions of veterinarians. We want to palpate and feel what is it that veterinarians want us to do. And one of the top things actually among veterinarians is the issue of a unified identity card. And that's what we are working on, a unified identity card practicing license to fight quackery. And another thing is, among the young veterinarians, I know there's serious hearing for mandatory mandatory
Internship.
internship that you
Internship.
just yes, the internship. We are working on it. I can assure you are working on it. But the most important thing is to get it into our law. Once you have it in the Veterinary Surgeons Act. That makes it easier. Because if you're asking for it, another person will tell you he has graduated, he doesn't want to do it. So if it is not bounded by law, then it becomes a problem. You cannot enforce it. So once we get it into our laws and it's being passed, then we now make it mandatory. But for now, it's optional as we are doing the ITF. That's what we all did. That you need to do some months along the line during your clinical years as part of ITF. But I can assure you that this council is working on that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you
And I'm
very,
ready
very much, mommy. You have made us very, very happy today.
to
We are glad to have. Ma?
yeah, not just me. We will arrange. I can get some other wildlife veterinarians from South Africa that will organize lectures on wildlife conservation on Zoom very soon. I can assure you that.
Okay,
Not
thank you
just
very
me,
much, ma.
other professionals that are going to speak with you on Zoom.
Okay, ma. So definitely we'll communicate with you about that.
And
So
the next time I will have my voice back. You know, I lost my voice. I've been just struggling to
yes. We are very sorry that this is coming at this time. We couldn't have maybe predicted that this kind of thing will happen, but we still appreciate the fact that despite that you've lost your voice and you're the movie, you still took the time to attend to us. We are so glad, and thank you for making us happy. You didn't just give the talk, you didn't just inspire us, you just gave an information that made everybody happy. And thank you so much, mommy. We are glad to have you. We wish you will be the VCN president forever, if that is possible, mommy. Thank you
You
so
grow
much,
to
ma'am.
be a VCM
So,
president.
ma'am,
I say you grow to be a VCM president too one day.
I say I mean to that. Thank you so much, ma'am. We have some questions from people, but based on the condition that you are in at the moment, we won't want
No,
to.
I can entertain 1 to 2 to 3 questions.
Okay, no problem. I will unmute Mutiat Adetona to speak. Okay, let me just read that question. So she said, please, can you also ask about scholarship provisions for veterinary students? Because most scholarship programs only covers for medicine and other fields. So it's rare to find scholarship that covers veterinary medical students. This is actually for undergraduates from 100 to 400 level, I think. Most of the scholarships that are announced in Nigeria for undergraduate students that are performing well academically, most of them don't normally cover veterinary medical students. We've all experienced that and we are still experiencing it. So she's asking if the VCN can possibly look into that, ma'am.
Can you speak louder, please?
Okay, she's asking about scholarship programs for undergraduate students. So normally when scholarship programs are announced by oil companies and like Shell, NMPC and so on, they don't include veterinary medical students, no matter how good you are. Even if you have 5.5 in the first 2 years and all of that, they don't consider veterinary students because right from the advert, you will not see veterinary medicine on the list for most of the scholarships that are currently tenable in Nigeria. So she's asking if this is something the VCN can also probably help us see into.
Thank you. Actually, I think I want to promise you today that we'll look paying courtesy calls on the MD responsible for that. We should be able to write to them and get across NNPC, Shell, and other oil companies so that they will not be leaving the vet. I think it's a very good comments drawing our attention to that. Femi, if you can hear me, please can you bring that up with me next time I speak?
Very
Hello,
well,
Femi,
Madam
can you hear
President.
me?
Yes,
All right,
very well, ma'am.
thank you. We'll take
All
that
right.
up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
That
next
was the
question.
only question we had, Ma. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for,
Okay, thank you very much. Have a wonderful deliberation.
and you too, mommy. We look forward to seeing you next time.
All right.
Definitely, we are hosting you again very, very soon, ma.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. All
All
right.
right, ma.
Bye. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, bye, ma. So finally, the national president for IBS in Nigeria will deliver a vote of thanks. But before then, I would like to introduce Dr. Femi Kaide. I'm very, very sorry for not doing that earlier. So he's also an entrepreneur in the field of information technology. He has developed two data collection applications so far. The first one is the Vet Arc. I don't think there's a vet student in Nigeria that doesn't know about Vet Arc because at that time there were ambassadors in almost all the veterinary schools. But if you don't know about Vet Arc, you're hearing about it for the first time, and you should try to find out more about it because it's also an application developed to help collect data that can help farmers in planning their business and all of that. It's a very useful application. So you should probably do a research about it and recommend it to people like some of your clients because I know many vets are into doing PP. Thank God mommy is not here. Yeah, you guys are into doing PP even before you graduate. So you can recommend the VetAC application to some of your clients. Also, Farm Alert. Farm Alert is something similar to VetAC as well, and you can recommend it to your some of your clients as well. So today is the third day, and I will hand over to Dashe Job, that is the national president for IVSA Global, and this will be the end for me today. Once again, I'm Dauda Onawala. Till tomorrow when we meet again. Dashe, you can speak now. You can unmute yourself. If you can do that, just let me know so I can. You can type in the chat box. I can see everything. Dashe, can you?
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Dauda. Good evening, everyone. I want to start by sincerely appreciating our guest speaker. Dauda, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
All right. So I want to start by sincerely appreciating our guest speaker, Dr. AISHATU ABUBAKAR, for honoring our invitation in spite of her busy schedule and for speaking to us. I think for us, Mommy has been an inspiration and to us, and listening to her today has even inspired us more. And I so much believe the veterinary profession is in Nigeria is in the right path to greatness with her in the helm of affairs of the profession. And this we have actually begun to see. And secondly, I want to appreciate Dr. Femi, who is also a member of the governing council of the Veterinary Council of Nigeria, for being with us from the beginning of today's section. Your presence means a lot to us. And to our moderator, Dauda, I want to thank you. And to the members of our standing committee, our standing committee has been headed by Paul Damilari. And to everyone that has made this conference possible, I sincerely want to appreciate you. And finally, to all our participants, I want to thank you for joining us. And I believe we've added value to you, and you've been inspired as I am. I want to urge you all to keep a date with us again tomorrow for yet another inspiring experience. And tomorrow happens to be our last day. And you know very well that, it's usually the bottom of the pot that usually sweeps past. So I want to see all of you in attendance tomorrow. And thank you, everyone, and do have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Dr. Femi, sir, if you'd like to say a couple of things before we finally drop off.
Okay, so again, thank you. Although I shouldn't be the main attraction here, but again, I'm happy you recognize my involvement. Finally, when an AIG in Nigeria tells you you can keep in touch, please do. Please do. Uh, please do. I've worked with her, as I said initially, and I know the level of influence she wields. You're just beginning to see the veterinary profession move forward. I'm preview to quite a handful of things that's happening on the ground that will probably push the veterinary profession to the limelight within another 3 to 6 months. And all that we owe it to her leadership and her influence. When I was in Abuja when she was decorated, she invited me to come, and I was there when the SSG instructed or got in touch with the IG and said he has to be the one to decorate her. Of course, he made the occasion really very lively, and dancing around her, I know it's somebody I think we should all move close to. No discrimination, she loves vet. This meeting, ideally in her position, she will say is cancelled. She lost her voice. The 70th birthday of Animal Care, she couldn't attend because of her voice. I had to read her speech. It's because of the love she has for upcoming vets. And I will really want us to explore that avenue. She means it when she says you should keep in touch. And if you do, you can imagine the internship. If she tells you she will do something, you could get it done faster. So compile all your requests as a vet. Compile all your aspiration, what you want to see in the profession. And I want you to select 1 or 2 people among you to constantly reach out and let her know. This is what you think should happen. The digitization of the council, she likes it, but those were the things I started projecting when the whole council board thing started. And it will amaze you that it will happen. So, again, when an AIG tells you to keep in touch, please do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We've written that in caps lock. When an AIG tells you to keep in touch, please do. Those were the words, the way they were stated. Thank you very much, sir. We so much appreciate everything from the account we were able to use, from hosting Madam President, even though she's on the move and she's lost her voice. Really, really appreciate everything that is in our state. And just like I said, we are going to host her again very, very soon. So until then, thank you very much, everyone, for attending. Goodbye for today. Tomorrow is the last day, and I hope to see you all again. Thanks.